Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private, and blockchain companies, how the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. The abuse of prescription opioids is a nationwide epidemic. While proper use of opioids can help patients manage chronic and acute pain, all too often the drugs are used in an uncontrolled way that leads to addiction and death. Up to 25% of long-term opioid users become addicted, and around 1,000 people are treated in the ER from overdosing on prescription opioids every day. Now, joining us are Jim Patton, an entrepreneur and leader in non-narcotic pain management solutions, and Dr. John Barr, a physician and outspoken advocate for reform in prescription safety. Their position is that it's easier to change the method of delivery than it is to change behavior. They have developed PillSafe, a potential game changer for policymakers working to protect public health. Now, Jim and Dr. Barr, thank you so much for being here. We're excited to see how PillSafe is working. And Jim, you gave a little description, but why don't you elaborate? What does PillSafe do?
Well, thank you, Jane. I appreciate the opportunity to talk about this exciting new technology. Let me start by telling you what PillSafe is not. PillSafe is not just another pill box with direct sales to the public. PillSafe is a patented technology that, when produces a pill bottle, becomes a smart prescription delivery system for any potentially addictive medication. The opioid epidemic has been our greatest challenge, costing our economy hundreds of billions of dollars and countless deaths. To date, most of those dollars in the opioid crisis have gone to education and recovery. As we have learned, changing behavior is harder to achieve than changing the packaging. By personalizing the prescription via a unique ID code known only to the patient, and by eliminating free access to medication and the ability to monitor compliance, we can prevent abuse, addiction, and divergence. As John can tell you, there hasn't been an improvement in the pill bottle for over 60 years.
Yeah, John, do you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, that's exactly right. The last major improvement of pill bottles was in 1959, when the childproof cap was introduced to prevent overdoses on children's aspirin. This simple invention resulted in an 80% reduction in overdoses because children under 3 couldn't remove the cap to get to the pills. So what if grown-ups couldn't remove their cap that gives them free access to all of their pills? And what if they could only dispense their pills at time intervals prescribed by their doctor? I believe that we would see a greater than 80% reduction in prescription drug abuse and divergence. Why? Because you can't abuse what you can't get. PillSafe technology protects all patients with a bottle cap that cannot be removed by anyone for any reason once it's been filled at the pharmacy. The industry at every level currently relies on the patient to manage their own pain medication. We all know how that's worked out. By licensing PillSafe technology, every segment of the industry and government can leverage PillSafe's features and functionality into products, software, and systems that can make a real difference in this fight.
Introducing PillSafe, the new prescription delivery system for the safe and secure use of addictive medications. The pharmacist loads the opioid pills into the PillSafe container. Once the lid is snapped in place, it cannot be removed by anyone for any reason. The only delivery system that is programmed by the pharmacist to deliver the required dosage on a schedule defined by the doctor. When the countdown timer shows it is time to take their medication, the patient presses down on the lid and rotates it clockwise. The pill is dispensed, and the correct number of remaining pills is displayed. The countdown timer restarts, and the device is locked until it is time for the next dose. Then, pressing down and rotating the lid will dispense another pill. When no pills remain, the patient can simply discard the PillSafe. Each PillSafe incorporates an electronic net inside the container that can detect a breach attempt of any kind. Should an actual breach occur, their physician is notified. PillSafe, the new prescription delivery system for the safe and secure use of addictive medications from the pharmacy to the patient.
So this is a huge difference from what is available now, and could really have some features even beyond the safety of medicine.
The PillSafe delivery system does have several unique components that are patented that go beyond the secure delivery of addictive medication. For instance, when PillSafe detects a breach, not only can it broadcast an alert to the doctor and pharmacy, but it has an optional pill destruct mechanism for immediate deterrence. It can also help ensure compliance by notifying the doctor of the date and time each pill is dispensed. Another feature is electronic labeling for direct patient messaging, such as medication instructions, alerts, and even recalls. This could also be used for targeted advertising, such as physical therapy if someone happens to be on a muscle relaxant.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure people are wondering what your backgrounds are and how you came up with this idea. So John, can you give us an idea of that?
Yes, I was a medical doctor working with my patients trying to reduce their chronic pain. After 30 years of practice, I became a victim of the opioid epidemic, where I was blamed for patients' bad behavior, much like many of my colleagues over the years. When I lost my license, I became obsessed with trying to find a solution that would keep what happened to me from happening to my colleagues. I worked on this for over a year, but I had to earn a living, so that's when I contacted Jim for a job.
Well, let's get your background, Jim.
Managing patient pain using non-narcotic devices has been my business for over 28 years. When I interviewed John, he started telling me about his idea of a pill dispenser. After about 30 seconds, I just couldn't hold back. I said, now wait a minute. Are you telling me that you developed a device that can control access to pain medication according to the doctor's prescription? He said yes, and I said, that is too cool, count me in.
Yeah. Now, in addition to patients, this also can benefit other PillSafe people who are using this technology as well. Yeah.
As a former military officer, a group that I'm very concerned about is our veterans. Many times due to injuries and PTSD, they're given pain medication and psych meds that have terrible side effects, including suicidal thoughts. Catherine's an Army nurse who sent us this letter stating that she has experienced those side effects of overdosing and suicidal thoughts. She said that no matter how she laid out her medication, she would either forget to take it or take too much. She felt that a device like PillSafe would benefit her and her fellow veterans. One comment she made is that hopefully PillSafe won't just be used for addictive medications, but could also be considered for mental health medications. Catherine is just one of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people with stories just like this. These are the people, these are the families that are impacted by this crisis, and they're looking for a solution.
John, anything to add to that?
PillSafe technology benefits everyone in the healthcare chain, from manufacturers to local pharmacies, from insurers to the state and federal government. Regarding insurance companies, there are over 1,000 ER visits each day due to overdoses on prescription medication. PillSafe technology helps ensure compliance with the directions on the prescription. Medication non-compliance currently costs the insurance industry an estimated $300 billion each year in avoidable healthcare costs. With pharmacies, 4 million prescriptions go through our mail system every single day. And despite strict regulations and safety protocols, misuse, abuse, and divergence still occurs. Pharmacies in recent years have been fined billions of dollars against claims of negligence. This has resulted in a massive increase in drug costs. PillSafe technology would severely limit this liability.
Jim, what about the pill manufacturers? How do they get on board?
Yes, they've been impacted as well. They've spent billions of dollars on abuse deterrent formulation, but the packaging remains the same. The patient still has complete and full access to their medication. Governments can also benefit. Cities and states can verify medication is received only by the intended patient. It can also aid in reporting and greatly reduce cost. All of these industries have been looking for a solution to this crisis. PillSafe is that solution.
John, what about another medication problem that's plaguing the country, and that's counterfeit medications? Could PillSafe help with that as well?
It is my firm belief, as a very practical approach, that the widespread use of PillSafe technology will result in the greatest reduction of prescription drug abuse and deaths to date.
So Jim, do you think there is a role then for government regulatory agencies working with PillSafe?
Sure. The greatest government challenge currently is accurate and timely reporting. States have varying requirements and even different systems for reporting opioid deliveries, leading to inconsistencies in reporting. This makes it difficult to compile and analyze data at the federal level and makes it easy for the patient to corrupt the system. PillSafe can provide absolute confirmation of the delivery to the authorized patient. PillSafe also provide an early detection system for any type of distribution irregularities, and PillSafe can make it easy to trade data across state lines and federal agencies. The pandemic has exacerbated many of these issues due to social isolation and economic stress. PillSafe is a technology advancement that can fast-track a solution by standardizing and automating these reporting processes.
Jim, how would the reduction in opioid addiction impact the economy?
A great question, Jane. Opioid misuse typically leads to absenteeism, decreased productivity, workplace accidents, and lost workdays. This impacts healthcare, economic productivity, tax revenues, and economic stability at the state and national level. The economic toll from the opioid crisis in 2020 alone was estimated at $1.5 trillion. While the government remains committed to combating this issue, it's clear, it's been shown, the ineffective utilization of billions in funds has not achieved its desired effect. A summary report of the Opioid Crisis Grant Program showed that hundreds of millions of dollars were returned by the states to the federal government unspent. PillSafe is a great opportunity for the states to make a big play on the prevention side of this challenge.
And finally, what's your goal? What's your mission for PillSafe?
In 2023, pharmacies in the U.S. filled over 153 million opioid prescriptions. Sadly, there were also over 35,000 emergency room visits due to unintentional medication overdoses for children under the age of 5. Most of these incidents occurred due to children gaining access to medication without caregiver oversight. As your viewers know, the opioid challenge is large. Money alone hasn't fixed it. States have returned millions of dollars in funding because they don't know how to use it. PillSafe is an open platform that can have a real impact of this crisis on the front end and also solve a lot of the reporting problems on the back end. Our goal is to partner and collaborate with government, industry, and private partners. We are open for discussion on all possibilities from licensing to partnerships to direct investment. If you want to support our cause and learn more about the PillSafe opportunity, please contact us at PillSafeProtection.com. That's PillSafeProtection.com. PillSafe can change the world. Let's do this together.
Okay, thank you so much for coming in and explaining PillSafe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is your garden struggling to stay hydrated? Meet Waterless Garden, the organic solution that saves water and boosts your garden's health. Packed with humus materials and trillions of beneficial microbes, Waterless Garden improves soil structure and increases water retention. Use less water, get better results, and watch your garden thrive. Waterless Garden. Less water, more life.
There are over 83 million dogs and 50 million cats in the U.S. Up to 80% of senior cats and dogs can suffer from osteoarthritis. Spring is helping treat them and is now available in all 50 states and over 800 veterinarian clinics. Learn more at newtothestreet.com. Pet Vivo, a publicly traded company, ticker symbol PETV.
Loomlan.com is an ethically made and eco-friendly furniture website. And with me is Natalia Bandole, who is the founder, and also David Fagan of Top Talent Agency, co-hosting with me. So let's start, Natalia, with you. Tell us how this all came to be, Loomlan.
Loomlan started as an outcome of a different business. I was opening a children's museum at that time, and I bought furniture and equipment for this beautiful 10,000 square feet place that I'm about to rent. And 2 days before we signed the contract, COVID lockdown happened. So at that time, I didn't sign the lease. The business didn't go forward. And I found myself stuck with the furniture that I had no purpose for. And so I decided to sell it online because I couldn't ship it back. And that was the beginning of the Loomlan furniture selling journey.
What a pivot. That's a great story.
Yes.
Well, it makes a lot of sense when you say it. And there are a lot of companies looking to get more socially conscious and, people before profits. So why don't you think more companies do what you're doing?
I think many companies want to do that. I'd like to believe best in people.
Okay.
I do believe also that smaller companies that started business in the past few years focus exactly on that, and they're more focused on sustainability and environment. Larger companies, it's harder for them to change the direction. It's quite complex. The logistical approach is very complex. It's like Titanic. It's beautiful, this gorgeous ship that you saw the iceberg, but it just couldn't turn in time because it was too big. For larger companies, exactly the same, because they need more time. And unfortunately, it's the largest companies that make the most damage to our environment.
I just saw their ad up on the NASDAQ billboard too, Jane. You have to check that out.
I will. So thank you so much, Natalia, for coming in. And thank you, David.
Thank you for having me.
Is your garden struggling to stay hydrated? Meet Waterless Garden, the organic solution that saves water and boosts your garden's health. Packed with humus materials and trillions of beneficial microbes, Waterless Garden improves soil structure and increases water retention. Use less water, get better results, and watch your garden thrive. Waterless Garden. Less water, more life.
There are over 83 million dogs and 50 million cats in the U.S. Up to 80% of senior cats and dogs can suffer from osteoarthritis. Spring is helping treat them and is now available in all 50 states and over 800 veterinarian clinics. Learn more at newtothestreet.com. Pet Vivo, a publicly traded company, ticker symbol PETV.
So Villa Posillipo is an extraordinary home on the Greek island of Corfu. Its history dates back all the way to the 1700s, when the house was used by the Venetians as a defense asset during the siege of Corfu by the Ottoman Empire. Since then, the home has survived several conflicts, social changes, and now you'll be delighted to know that it is available as a summer retreat for vacationers who want to enjoy the island of Corfu. So with me today is the owner of Villa Posillipo, Tanya Yerakaris. Tanya, how are you today?
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be with you. Thank you, Joya.
Gosh, there's so much history to your villa. I know that it's been in the family for generations. How have you managed to keep the history intact for those that are coming to visit this summer?
Well, it was a complex endeavor, and it needed a lot of effort and care and a lot of expertise as well. But we studied deeply all the elements of the villa and its every functionality, every piece and its functionality. Well, what we could preserve, we left intact, like the staircase and all three stories. Of course, the fantastic furniture of the palace, the Achillean Palace of Empress Sissi of Austria. And we left the white planks in all the floors. And what we couldn't, and we had to bring in new installations, we did them with a lot of care to match and align with the character. So you'll see the lovely minimal bathrooms, which are en suite, but they match perfectly. You'll see a lot of modern equipment in the kitchen, but they match perfectly with the old wood stove. So I think, yes, we're proud that we sort of managed from the feedback we get.
Well, it's a 300-year-old family country home. It's also been the location for a very popular European TV show. Which one is that?
Yes, that's the Darrells in Corfu. It's an award, a BAFTA awarded series, and it's It was on 85 countries and, of course, in the States as well, on PBS, if I'm correct, yes. It was with us for 4 years, and the producers, of course, chose the location exactly and precisely because of its authenticity and the natural environment that we preserved. And it's typical of Corfu, with an olive grove and the cypress trees. So yes, it gave stage to the team for 4 years to bring life to stories of young Gerald, who was a British well-known naturalist and a well-known author. And his early life, I think, in Corfu, when he became obsessed with nature and animal life. And this can be seen in his works and, of course, in his preservation efforts until today.
Well, I love that you brought up the element of nature, because I think that that's one of the big features as a guest who comes to Villa Posillipo. There are some features of the property, including nature, but what else can somebody find?
Well, timeless features create effortlessly a lasting memory to our guests. Just a few in the house can be, they wake up to reflect and relax in the bathtub of Empress Sissi.
And I imagine a lot of those conquerors were on horse. I saw that horseback riding is something that you offer as well. Yes. I think my biggest question are those horses tame?
They are. I'm sorry for them, but they are tame. Yes, they are. Europe is the edge of Greece towards Italy. So it's a very safe destination, and it's so many experiences and stories in every corner. They can see the ruins of a very, very ancient village up 3,000 feet from sea level. It's a stunning location.
Right there on the Ionian Sea. Tanya Yerakaris, who is the owner of Villa Posillipo, thank you for joining us today. We can't wait to see what the summer has to hold for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Julia. Have a lovely morning. Bye-bye.
Is your garden struggling to stay hydrated? Meet Waterless Garden, the organic solution that saves water and boosts your garden's health. Packed with humus materials and trillions of beneficial microbes, Waterless Garden improves soil structure and increases water retention. Use less water, get better results, and watch your garden thrive. Waterless Garden. Less water, more life.
There are over 83 million dogs and 50 million cats in the U.S. Up to 80% of senior cats and dogs can suffer from osteoarthritis. Spring is helping treat them and is now available in all 50 states and over 800 veterinarian clinics. Learn more at newtothestreet.com. Pet Vivo, a publicly traded company, ticker symbol PETV.
Exciting news from SGTM. A new shipment of Waterless Garden has just arrived.
So if you take a look at the hundreds of millions of tons of food waste that's being wasted every year in America, this is just a food off the table that's being thrown away. Hazardous trees, a hurricane blows through, a tornado, a windstorm, it's going into a landfill, it's releasing greenhouse gases. Companies all around the world are composting. They think they're doing the right thing, but what they're really doing is they're hurting the environment. Those gases are being released. So SGTM, its purpose and its mission is to combat these fertilizers and pesticides and all these nasty things that are causing cancer. They're causing a very unhealthy planet. Our mission really is to take these wastes that are all over the world and to transform them into valuable nutrient. So right here in just one location, out of thousands of locations throughout the US, just one, 100 acres, Asatula. In our facility, we have 2 million cubic yards. If you take a look at a cubic yard is 27 1 cubic foot bags, or it's 400 2-quart bags. So at the end of the day, we have enough product, which is much larger than the Empire State Building, $300 million in retail valued humus for our waterless garden already manufactured, ready to go into a bag. That only represents 10% of our overall feedstock that we have. Now, partnering with companies all throughout the US, transforming their waste into nutrient, we'll be able to get this product in every single household in the nation, and this product will be a global brand that will be across the planet. Just in America alone, 40 million acres are turf. So this is good for your lawn, your turf. Let me just tell you something. People are proud. People love to grow. And when they see this, they're gonna be growing, and we're gonna have people all around the world posting, and it's gonna go viral. And you're gonna order this stuff, and it's gonna show up at your doorstep, and you're gonna be able to enjoy gardening at home, gardening in your backyard. Put on your seatbelt, hold on, because we're gonna go for a ride.
Is your garden struggling to stay hydrated? Meet Waterless Garden, the organic solution that saves water and boosts your garden's health. Packed with humus materials and trillions of beneficial microbes, Waterless Garden improves soil structure and increases water retention. Use less water, get better results, and watch your garden thrive. Waterless Garden. Less water, more life.
The only way that we believe that we're going to make a transformational change across this globe is we need help. This can't be done alone. SGTM is definitely an incredible company with an incredible vision, but that vision is to partner and to have partnerships. You know, shareholders that come in that believe into sustainability, doing the right thing. So you can be a part of this, whether you're investing into the company or whether you're joining our team, partnering, utilizing our technology. We want to make it available for anybody that has a waste issue that wants to make a difference with our planet.